Hello, and welcome to another episode on Farming Simulator 25. We are on the Hutan Pantai Map, or the Hutan Pantai Map, and we have a lot of stuff to do today. First, let's just start getting everybody going on what they need to do. I want to continue planting wheat in this field. It's our last day to do that, or last episode, before the planting season is over. Let's go ahead and turn this on and then get it going on an AI worker. There we go. I went ahead and staged this trailer here. We need to break those rocks before I can place down a sheep pen. I had to purchase a skid steer so I can break those rocks, and while I was at that, I went ahead and bought a little trailer to carry the skid steer since they drive oh so slow, as well as a bigger weight for my telehandler. Hopefully this will keep a little more stable as we're moving bales around. Actually, before I head over to where those rocks are, let me continue hopping around and seeing what else we need to put AI workers in. I noticed the temple is missing 4 pallets of cement bags, so I am going to purchase 4 and deliver them really quick in the hopes of just getting that temple going. Oh, there we go. This one needed to also do some work. There we go. I'm going to extend these fields out a little bit and prep them for planting grass in the next episode, or in November anyway. I'm hoping that keeps them at the same time frame as our other 2 grass fields. And hopefully some of that fog will burn off a little bit as well. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and do this as a quick time lapse. I'm going to drive down over there, break up those rocks, throw them into the trailer, and then move everything away and place down a sheep pen. So I'll see you after we are done placing down that sheep pen. Alright, welcome back. So obviously, let me actually hop into flight mode. You can see we did a lot of landscaping off camera to ensure that this sheep pen can be kind of placed down semi-flat, or well, it's specifically flat. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about this area here. I might clean it up a little bit, maybe put some hedges or something around it, and maybe make a track that goes down to this road. I'm uncertain. But this will be our sheep enclosure. It's pretty large. Went ahead and placed some meadow in there, obviously. And that should end up producing quite a bit of wool. I really wanted to make sure that we had a nice flat area in order to load and unload the wool and plenty of room. I'm hoping we've done that. I'm not really certain what I'm gonna do about this section here, whether I make that little track that goes down to the road or whether I just flatten it out and give myself more room to maneuver trucks and trailers around here. I don't know. One of the things that I did off camera as well, besides prep this area, was this, and this is pretty extensive. This is the beginning of it. I think so far it looks pretty good. I went ahead and I downloaded a couple mods to add water, obviously, because I thought a pond would look pretty good. Doesn't quite, you know, isn't quite perfect yet, but it will be as I continue to build it out and kind of, you know, add a little more detail and everything else to it. But so far, it does look pretty nice. I think it's kind of, you know, getting to where we need to get to. So I'm looking forward to that. How it's going to end up turning out, and you know, I'm not 100% positive yet. But as I keep chipping away on it, I think it'll turn out cooler and cooler and cooler as time goes by. All right. What else do we need to do? I think that's it. So let's go ahead, turn off flight mode, and let's purchase some sheep. We spent quite a bit of money on that, but I knew it was going to be expensive because not only are you spending the money on the actual barn itself, but when you start doing the fences to extend the yard for the sheep, it gets really, really expensive. All right, so we do want sheep to make wool. We already have goats, and so the question is, which type of sheep? I think we'll go with just the fluffy white ones. And do we just buy 250 of them out of 251? You know what? I will not quite buy that much. I'll buy 150. And that way they can reproduce and then fill in the rest as time goes by. Excellent. They don't have any food at the moment, but we'll take care of that in just a little bit. All right. We have a lot of stuff to do. So I noticed that... well, let's start with this. Let's get all this stuff back. I'm going to do a quick jump cut. I'm going to go ahead and get all of our machines back to where they need to be. And I'll see you right as we drop off the bales for the food for the sheep. Welcome back. Well, I went ahead and I was checking some stuff out. One thing that I noticed was that the field I want to purchase has a contract for harvesting the cotton on it. So I want to knock that out really quick, hopefully make a little bit of profit from it as well, and then purchase this field so we get that out of the way. One of the other things that I noticed that's a little concerning for me is my bakery has almost 50 pallets in storage and it's not dropping any of them. My dairy now has 2.5 pallets in storage, and it doesn't look like it's dropping any of them. My grain mill has 7 pallets in storage, and I'm not sure. Let's actually visit that. Oops. I'm stuck. Oh no. There we go. Yay for hopping into a car. But that hasn't spawned any. Sawmill's got a pallet in storage, but it hasn't spawned any. I know the sawmill that I replaced in the last episode. Okay, now that's starting to spawn pallets properly. So I'm not really sure what to do, especially with that bakery. Because if we go over to the bakery, this is the one I purchased from the map, so it's not as though I can delete it and place it down again. All I can do is sell it. And I moved all the pallets off to the side previously in the hope that it would start spawning, but it hasn't spawned yet. For the bakery, I can always just put the pallets to sell in, I believe it's December or January, where, let's check real quick, where the best time for the bread is. So in December. I can just have it auto sell, but, you know, I lose a lot of money doing that, but, you know, it's alright, that's fine, I guess. But I'm not really sure what's going on since all of my productions seem to have that same glitch. At this point, I'm wondering if maybe I have a mod that's conflicting with it. I moved all the honey pallets as well, in case they had the same glitch. And when I look at the little info box on the bottom right there, it shows that there are too many pallets, but that hasn't changed even after I moved it. So I don't know what's going on at the moment. I'll have to do a little bit of research on the internet and see if it's a common problem. I'll also have to go through all my mods and see if maybe that's what's causing it. But I'll need to get down to to the bottom of that. I need to figure out what's going on because I definitely need stuff spawned. Alright, I guess let's get back to what we were doing. This is gonna be here for a while as the cotton harvest is doing its thing. Awesome, this is almost done. I did want to check real quick and see if those fields by my farm have been mulched or not. Oh nice, so the first 2 have been mulched. I've already done that. In that case, let's hop into this tractor here. and we can pick up the rest of these bales and go ahead and put them away. Alright, I'm going to knock this out in a quick time lapse. I'm going to grab all these bales and go place them into our storage at our production yard and finally get a total of how many bales we were able to get this fall harvest. So I'll see you when we're done. Welcome back. All right, let's check out and see how many bales we have in total now. So this is nothing but straw, and we have a total of 281 straw bales. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I think what I'll do is I'll get the totals for all of the harvest that we did, and I'll throw it up on the screen now so that everybody can, including myself, see how much we actually ended up harvesting this fall. Alright, let's hop into our, I believe the white tractor is done. Cotton harvest is still cruising. Nice. Ooh, excellent. We still have this one to do. So one of the things I noticed as I was picking up those bales, and I'm pretty sure you saw it as well, apparently I damaged part of my field while I was doing some landscaping. Which, you know, occasionally it happens, and I never really understand why. But there's nothing I can do about it except come in after the fact and fix it. I'm gonna knock this out really quick as a time lapse. It's been a while since I've done some weeding, so I figured let me do this really quick. It's a short field anyway, so it should be pretty fast. I'll see you guys just after we're done. Actually, after we get back to the yard and swap over for the mulcher. Welcome back. I guess that was a really short time lapse. You know, I'm pretty sure I saw weeds in that field, and when I hopped over, and either there were just a few of them or there were none, and I was like, you know what, I don't see any weeds, let me double check, and I'm glad I did because there were none. I will get this going on an AI worker really quick, let them start weeding, mulching away, and while that's happening, let's hop into this tractor. Alright, I went ahead and I plowed these fields, and what I want to do is I want to take a quick look and see if I can extend them along the inner edge here. If I can't, that's fine, I'll leave them as is, but if I can, I want to go ahead and do that really quick before I line them. To me, it seems like we have a little more room in some of these areas. So we're just going to extend them a tad bit. I'm not going to go too crazy. I don't really want to go up the hills very much. But since this will be grass anyway, I don't have to worry about big headers or anything like that. I can just kind of, you know, slightly extend the field a bit, which is all right. There we go. It almost looks like it was supposed to happen. This looks like we can definitely extend a little bit more over here. So we'll add just a little more area here where I can plant some grass. It's going to be extended a little bit more. That's nice. Obviously, I won't add a huge amount of yield, but you know, I mean, anything's better than nothing, right? All right, let's just tie this in. Nice. All right. I do want to plow. Actually, let me turn off the make a field part. I do want to plow my other fields. Normally, I just kind of leave it as is since we can direct drill. Though, actually, do I need to plow before I do sunflowers? Because that's what I'm going to plant in these next fields. Well, either way, I'm going to have to plow anyway because I gotta fix 2 fields from Landscaping Mayhem. They've already been mulched, so that's nice. And I think what I'll do is I'll do these myself as a time lapse. Feels like there's been a lot of time lapses and jump cuts recently, but I'm trying to get a lot of yard work done, I guess. And I will go ahead and I'll hop onto a time lapse, and I'll see you when I'm done. Welcome back. Well, we just finished plowing these 2 fields. We gotta wait for the mulcher to finish on this field before we can get the AI worker to do this one as well. Let me swap that over. I'm not gonna do that one. Alright, not bad. Really shouldn't have any more weeds since the plowing gets rid of that. Make sure that that's done. Perfect. We extended the grass fields just a little bit. We'll have to go ahead and line that next. As a matter of fact, why don't we hop... Oh, is this one stuck? What's going on? Oh, it finished, but as usual, it misses a little bit. So let's clean this up. I always, I know it's going to always miss some, just because the AI worker, I guess, can't do 100% of a good job, but especially on a weirdly shaped field like this. But it's kind of surprising it missed this much. I'll knock this out in a quick time lapse and finish planting and parking everything away. So I'll see you when we're done. Alright, we went ahead and finished cleaning up from the AI worker who was planting. We're going to go ahead and throw a worker onto the rolling really quick. Hopefully they can knock out the entire field. I'm thinking about leaving this planter down here because I think, let me double check. So the next thing I can plant is going to be oats in March, which is going to be down here anyway. Oh, and sunflowers, which will be up top. Okay. Ooh, March is going to be really busy then. I think I will definitely need a second planter by then. We're going to go ahead and attach to the spreader. That way we can lime the 2 fields we just plowed. Well, actually, and the grass fields as well. Alright, I think we'll start with the grass fields first, and then we'll start liming the other fields up top. But again, there's no rush. Except for the grass fields, because the next episode I would like to plant the grass. And hopefully, well, actually, hold on, let me double check. No, I need to make sure if I can. Yes, in November. Perfect. That way, I believe next episode I can cut the grass on these 2 fields. And if I plant the grass in the other 2 fields, hopefully they'll yield at the same time, which just makes it a little bit easier for me, since I can just, have the tractor hop from field to field and cut some grass. Alright, let's get the AI worker going on that. Perfect. I don't think I really need to move too much, at least not yet. I will. Well, I don't know if I should load up this little grain mill until I fix it. So for right now, I won't move any more grain over to this grain mill until I figure out how to get rid of that glitch. Alright, let's do this real quick. Let's purchase 4 of the cement bags. All item slots are full. You have to sell some vehicles, tools, or placeables first in order to have free additional slots. Is that what's preventing me from spawning more pallets? That's really interesting. Huh. Maybe because, I want, so now that I'm thinking about it, when we had that modded greenhouse, we have an additional, what is that, like 30, 60, 72 pallets where normally we don't. So I wonder if that's what's causing all of that. And lettuce sells in when? Lettuce is January, so I can't really get rid of that. What else can I get rid of that will allow more pallets to spawn? And the only reason I really kind of want to do that then, if that's what the issue is, and I hope it is, because that'd be kind of nice. I don't know. Let me check how the eggs are doing. I had to shift them over really quick because the spawn was full at the time. So again, I'm getting the error. There are too many pallets, so no more will spawn, which isn't good because I need to be able to do that. I'm not really sure what what I can do. I wonder if there's a mod that will increase the items that can be spawned. So there's a dilemma for kind of, I guess, building up a big farm is, I won't be able to sell stuff during its prime time. I'm gonna let the AI worker finish this last row, and then I want to take over and do the last of it, since I can't actually buy pallets or do anything with any of that. At least I know what the error is now, I hope. And if I can't find a mod that will help me increase the size of pallets or the placeables that I have, then maybe I can just sell some of that lettuce early since I have so much of it. I'm not exactly certain. Let's go ahead and hop onto this, and we can finish all of this out really quick. And I will do this as a time lapse, but before we start, let's check out the interior of this cotton harvester. Kind of nice. Alright, we'll knock this out really quick, turn in the contract, and I guess this will be it for an episode as I figure out what I can do to get rid of this problem. At least I know what it is now, so okay, I'm no longer panicking. I'll see you when we're done. Welcome back. Here we are. We're almost over to the spinnery. These roads seem a little narrow for these big trucks, but we were able to make it through. We just had to drive on the sidewalks a bit. All right, let's see how to empty this truck. Do I need to put it in operate? Nope. Unload bales. Why? Perfect. And is the other one out of the... I guess it's out of the trigger. Let's give it a nudge. There we go. Wow, we made an additional $18,000 off of that. I think the contract itself was 19? No, the contract was only 10. Wow. Cotton contracts are very profitable. Alright, before we end the episode, let's go ahead and purchase that field, which is something I've been waiting to do for a while. Very nice. And field number 12 is an additional $478. You know, I specifically didn't buy this one because they planted potatoes on it, and I didn't really want to do the potato root crop harvesting for it. And what ended up happening is, we'll visit it real quick. Walter, who owns this field, let it wither, and this entire crop is just nothing. So after our winter season of selling, and maybe a little bit more as well, who knows, I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that. The only problem I have now is I need to figure out what to do with this problem of having too many pallets. So, you know, I don't know, maybe off camera what I'll do is I'll just get rid of some of these lettuce pallets, because I have so many of them. Let me create a job real quick and go mulch that in the background. So I'm going to end the episode here. What I'll do is, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish fixing my field here where my landscaping messed it up. We'll get into this one. Oh, nice. It's just about done anyway. So I won't do too much. I'll figure out what to do with the pallets so I can get stuff spawning again like it's supposed to. And I guess we'll prep for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.